a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
Hello, everyone. Today, I pause to celebrate and acknowledge this important national holiday, the birthday of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was a history maker, and he was handpicked by God to change the course of nations and destinies. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was one of the 20th century best-known champions for nonviolence and social change, which led to a movement conducting nonviolent protests for civil rights and for reform. Dr. Martin Luther King wrote messages. He spoke about and organized nonviolent protests and mass demonstrations to draw the attention to racial discrimination and to demand civil rights legislation to protect the rights of African Americans. Subsequently, mass demonstrations across the country culminated in this march that attracted more than 250,000 protests to Washington, D.C., where King delivered the famous speech, "I Have a Dream," in which he envisioned a world where people were no longer divided by race. And with a single phrase, Martin Luther King Jr. joined Jefferson and Lincoln in the ranks of men who shaped modern America. And that was a comment that someone observed. And so I'm reminded in the words of Dr. King, a man dies when he refuses to stand up for that which is right. A man dies when he refuses to stand up for justice. A man dies when he refuses to take a stand for that which is true. Not everybody can be famous, but everybody can be great, because greatness is determined by service. And that means that you have greatness in you. All of us, we have greatness in us that demands that we express it during this generation, because this is the only generation and this is the only time that we can make a change and be the change we want to see. The time is always right, he said, to do the right thing. The movement he led eventually saw the Congress enacting the Civil Rights Act in 1964, the same year that Dr. King was honored with the Nobel Peace Prize, and it was posthumously awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom. And Dr. Martin Luther King became this icon of civil rights movement. In addition to the tactics of mass mobilization, Dr. King used his tremendous charisma and skill as an orator to combat segregation. His life and his work will forever symbolize the quest for equality and non-discrimination that lies at the heart of the American and the human dream. I have a dream, he said, that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of the skin, but the content of their character. Dr. King embodied the hopes and the dreams of African Americans. Dreams are given to individuals who have the capacity to make them a reality. And his life work is a testimony of the largeness of his heart and the capacious nature of his soul, not only filled with dreams of a better life for his children, but a brighter future for humanity. So as we reflect on and celebrate the life of Dr. Martin Luther King today, may his life continue to inspire all of us to dream and to act for good of humanity. May we be propelled to let our voices be heard and to stand courageously for equality, justice, fairness, for non-discrimination and integrity. May Dr. Martin Luther King's life implore us to be responsible citizens, for indeed our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. May we learn from Dr. Martin Luther King's message and utilize methods of nonviolent civic activism to address the disparity that exists in our modern nation and throughout the world. May we build upon Dr. King's remarkable legacy and continue to use nonviolent nonviolent, to tear down discriminatory laws, and to help create a country true to its ideals of equality and justice for, of course, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, not just for some, but for all. May we walk out the dream in our daily lives. And in the words that he spoke, be a bush if you cannot be a tree. And if you cannot be a highway, just be a trail. And if you cannot be a sun, be a star. For it isn't by size that you win or fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Let us be those creative dissenters who will call our beloved nation to a higher destiny, to a new plateau of compassion, to a more noble expression of humanness, quote unquote. His legacy lives on in each one of us, because I'm a part of that dream and you are part of that dream. From his life, I've come to understand that destiny is forged by one's capacity and ability to dream. So my challenge to you today is dare to dream your dreams. Record them, shape them into prayer points and declarations. And don't let anyone stop you from making your dream come true. And then don't just dream. Dare to live the life of your dreams like Martin Luther King. And for me, in my dreams, I see a world filled with visionaries and dreamers and innovators and history makers who push humanity forward and who inspire others to do the same. This is Dr. Cindy Trimm. God bless you.